Hello everybody, this is Johnny here at MDI. Today we'll do a quick review of the Sabinetek SmartMike Plus. This won a Innovation Awards on CES 2020. It's actually a Bluetooth wireless microphone for phones or DSLR. Here I have the twin pack, which basically making you have one can be used as a slave, one can be used as a master, and that will be useful for when you're going to be connecting this to the DSLR cameras that have a 3.5 input adapters hole for it. Now for the single packet, you basically can pair this to your phone, and you can easily use it to do your vlog and such, which is it's pretty cool. It comes also with an app that called the SmartMike Plus app. And inside the app, there's a lot of feature. When you first turn it on, you actually go into the auto mode, which make it easy for newcomers and such. Then when you go to the pro mode, you got all the different flexibility, such as you can control the noise reductions. Currently, I have it setting as a default, which is the low noise reduction. And if you want to hear the differences, then we can actually check it out. There's also the medium noise reduction. This is medium. And this is high noise reduction. What I like about this was when I was using this earlier, I actually stood next to my dishwasher and the cat drinking water fountain, and basically on the high noise reduction, they were so minimal and quiet reduced that you hardly can hear them in the background. But keeping a low noise reduction is good unless you are in a very noisy environment that you want to go to the high noise reduction. So it have a clip in the back here that you can clip it into your shirt. The microphone is actually here on the side. There's a connector in the top here for audio headset, which actually come with a little headset here. And that's very useful because if you want to hear monitor your own audio voice, you can use that way to listen to it, and actually will help. Now, one thing that I did want to let you know is it comes with a dead cat and a little mic filter. So you can see this. Once you put this on, you're not going to be able to use this. So just pay attention to that. Be aware when you're outside when you're recording. So, and also because this is a Bluetooth system, when you're actually recording without using the app, the audio will not be able to play back and you can hear it. Unless you disconnect it, then you can be able to hear the audio. So you have to keep that in mind. I did also did a test this with the Filmmaking Pro. It actually worked with this Filmmaking Pro or any other audio system. The only difference is that you can do all your setting with the actual SmartMike Plus mic app. And then once you set the setting there, you can exit that and use any other camera programs or the audio program you have. Then the other information will still be retained because it's all retained on the hardware. Don't mind my cat. He wants attention. His name is John. He's 17 years old and very spoiled. So you probably see him later to was running around my table. So just be aware of that. So other than that, on the app itself, you also have the setting for different resolution for recording and such. Unfortunately, it doesn't have 24 frames per second. It actually gives you based on the camera's settings that for 720, 1080, 4K, depending on which camera you're using. I'm using the selfie mode right now, so it's actually up to 1080. But I only have 25, 30, 50, 60, but there's no 24. So if that's the case, use the Filmmaking Pro app. That probably will do the job for you. Now, before we go to the DSLR testing, one thing I forgot to mention here is the way that you can transfer the files from the phone into the computer. Sabinetek did a really great job, which I did. I was very surprised about it, that you can actually connect this into the computer via HTTP, which is if they're both in the same network, you can just transfer from the phone directly to the computer without using a cable. I love that idea because that will make things faster and easier for me to do transfer. And that's a really good job. And to transfer from the phone, it's actually very fast too, because all the audio files and video file can be 133 megabytes and up. File can be large. So using that way will actually help a lot in the sense of transferring that instead of just plugging in the cable and then look for the folder, look for the file and transfer. So thank you very much, Sabinetek, for that idea. It actually works really well. So we're gonna now test this out with the DSLR camera and see how that works. With the DSLR camera, you're definitely gonna pair one as to the other. It's very easy. You need to just hold the first one for 10 seconds until the light blue blinks red, blue, and green. That means ready to pair as a slave to the master. Then you use the second one, you just only have to turn it on and pair it. Just keep a note. If you already have one of them paired to your phone, you need to disconnect or forget the pairing before you can do that. Otherwise, it will not work. So it also comes with these two cables for the twin pack. The cable is for DSLR or any other mobile devices that have 3.5-inch port in for audio. So let's say you want to do an interview with someone and then you want to be able to record your own voice too. So you give one to the interviewee and then you have one for yourself. And using this cable, you can actually have both them in separately. One will be for the interviewee, one for you. So the TRS is for DSLR cameras. The TRRS, which have 3 rings on it, or 3 black rings, are for mobile devices. If you're using the latest iPhone, you definitely have to get one of those adapters to do lightning cable to 3.5. The apps also is available for the Android. I did not do tests on Android, but it looked, when I turned it on the first time, it actually looked the same. So I figured it would be the same thing. So I don't think there'll be an issue. All right, so now I'm using DSLR connections, the master and slave connecting into my GS5. GS5 currently using the XLG profile, which is a 10-bit profile. So you can hear the differences. I actually found out that once you connect it to there, the one in connecting into the GS5, you can actually adjust the volume gain by pressing the buttons. There's actually 3 levels, the high level, medium level, and low level. So for the GS5, I actually had to use the low level. And inside the camera, excuse me, inside the camera, I already set the audio gain to be -12 dB, just because this will pick up the better audio. So this is something that I learned about when you want to pair for the DSLR to use the master or slave. The one that you had to press it for 10 seconds, and then the green and red light going to flash like crazy, and then you can turn the second one on, the second microphone on, and then it will pair together. Remember, if one of them is already paired with the phone first, then you have to make sure that disconnect it with the one that you can be using on you, because otherwise it's not going to pair. So just keep that in mind and want to make sure that that's going to work out really well for you. So hopefully you enjoyed this. We'll see you next time.